So I'll make sure not to give too much detail to the maybe that's our shadow areas. So let's go in and give them a value. I went way too far out. My cross-hatching line's right there, so I'll extend that a little bit. Okay. That does look inconsistent. If I go in and correct the edges of the shadow shapes like that. Could have made it more subtle. But, well. That's what we got. Okay. And here, this one. This area right here. Small area right there. One right here. Like this. And then we've got this one left right here. Okay. Let's go in here once more. I want to check out the transitions between the mountains and the plains in front of it. So maybe right here, this whole area continues right here, sloping down into the plain. And maybe it gets wider right here. Maybe I should lay out some hills right there. Maybe like so. Maybe this continues down here. This right there. And this continues down here as well. Getting wider like this. Not sure though. Doesn't really look like anything. So now we've got this. Let's get a little bit of value into those hills right here. So the top is going to be light and the valley is going to be dark, like this. Let's have another hill right here, like that. Dark valley. And a bright ridge up there. So this would be bright as well, like this. And so this right here. Darker valley down there. And a bright ridge. Okay. Now let's maybe make this go somehow transition into this area right here. Okay, looks like a neat detail, but I don't know what sort of plane that would be. But yeah. Okay, now let's have some more detail in there that could maybe transition from the hill, from the mountainside down into the hills. Sort of want to give those mountains a structure, but this mountain structure wouldn't transfer into the hillside. The hills would more have something like this sort of structure. I know it's getting all wishy-washy. Okay. Let's go in here. That's going to be our foreground. And then let's start with some very small trees back there. And maybe some larger trees down here. And let's have some trees in between right here and there, just to try and create a transition between the midground that is going to be here and this. I don't know, it could be the midground as well, if that's the background, this area between the midground and the background. Or, yeah, just some sort of transition between those mountains and the hills in front of them. Maybe the transition could be those trees. Maybe they are on the mountainside as well. Just a couple of them. A little bit darker in the shadow areas. And some lighter ones right here. Just some very small trees in the distance. Okay, maybe like that. And then maybe some more trees right here. Some going out of the frame over there. Okay, and now let's have those trees right here and make them go gradually smaller. Like so. And rather tiny back here. Just a couple of tiny trees in there. To get this impression of distance between ourselves and this valley down there. Maybe like so. Some trees down here. Some down there. Some up here. Maybe like this. Okay. Now let's get some gradients in there. Maybe just some very light in here, and maybe I'll just give the area between the trees some value. Maybe where there's no tree, there's a little valley, and it's a little darker in there. Maybe right here, like so. Right there, like this. Bright hilltop up there, more or less bright. Going in here on the right side. Bright hilltop again. And then down here. Maybe down there I can go into the volumes a little bit more. Define them a little bit. Let me maybe try if I can do that in a second. Just after I've defined all those lower areas below the treetops. like this, and right here, and of course over there, like so, right here. Okay. Now sunlight is coming from the left, so let's give those right areas of those trees a little bit of a darker value, maybe just going diagonally like this. Down there. Not too sure about that, but okay. Maybe that's enough. Those right here, those trees right there aren't large enough for me to really define any shapes. I mean, I could, but that's something for outside of the stream when you've got a lot of time at hand. Okay, now let's go into the foreground. Let's get rid of this part of the background right here. And then go in with the 3B pencil. Like this. Defining the area between the foreground and the background. And I was going to make the upper area dark and the lower area light right now, but I just in time remembered that I did it the other way around today, so let's go ahead and do that. Just give it a low area down here, a dark area down here. That's what I want to say. And go up here and get lighter. Maybe just going diagonally to cover more ground. So let's have another layer right here. It gets gradually lighter. Like this, and then right here it gets gradually lighter again. Each one of those lines is a groove in the ground, an indent. Okay, now let's get the blending stump and drag some of that graphite over to the edge so we've got some definition there as well. Okay, and now let's take the 7 or 8B pencil in this case and just go into those dark areas and give it some more lines to get some more detail in there. Okay, maybe let's get the HB pencil and have some lines going out from the top right here. Finally, a few more shapes in there. Like so. And let's have a little bit of grass growing there. That. Maybe a little bit right there. Maybe it goes in here. And maybe there's another layer just below it. Doesn't have the effect I wanted it to. But that's okay. We just continue with our line of grass going over here. Okay. Maybe let's get one more down here. Like so. Okay. So that's our scene for today. Let's clean up the edges. A little bit more over here. And a little bit down there. Okay. Pick up the residue. And if you've got a dirty fingertip like me, that leaves new marks on the piece of paper. Okay. There we go. Okay. Hope you like the scene. Hope you like what you see right there. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you got something out of it. Maybe the motivation or inspiration to be creative yourself, or you get some other work done while you watch this. Or maybe it's just a leisurely watch. Anyway, if you find yourself coming back to the channel, please consider subscribing, giving the video a like, and dropping down into the comment section to tell me what you think about what I'm doing here. So, with all this said, thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.